Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another, soccer Sundays, soccer Thursday video. Very slowly, this channel is starting to turn into a soccer channel or a football channel with a focus on women's soccer or women's football. Eventually, I'm going to make a separate channel where I do get to talk about soccer and football because that is one of my favorite hobbies, and I used to be a soccer player when I was in high school. Anyway, I did not plan on making a video today. Let me adjust my camera. I didn't plan on making a video today, but then I got some good news out of the USWNT Training Camp. And also, I didn't plan on making a video today because there is a friendly between the US Women's National Team and Portugal. So, as you can see, I'm in my Team USA jersey and wearing my Tobin Heath scarf, which, this is a lot of this is a lot of patriotism even for me. But speaking of Tobin Heath, this is upside down. But speaking of Tobin Heath, that's what this news is going to be about today. So I did some videos. I think I did 2 videos talking about Tobin Heath, but this kind of just came out, I think yesterday? I guess it's yesterday. But I think this article came out, and if you see me looking off to the side, then I'm gonna be reading this article. And it's actually really good news because I woke up this morning wondering what's gonna happen with Tobin Heath. She's at the training camp, but something happened. She was dealing with an ankle injury, and then she had a knee injury. And so this article that came out, I think today or yesterday, is some really great, awesome news in regards to Tobin Heath. And Julie Ertz, let's not forget her. So, I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you want to look at this article for yourself. So, let's take a look. Injured U.S. Women's National Team stars Tobin Heath, Julie Ertz, on schedule for Olympics. Okay, sorry, I had to zoom in. Whoops. I don't know why, my computer just freezed up. Anyway, let's get into it. The article says, U.S. Women's National Team manager Vlatko Andonovski, I'm just going to call him Vlatko, says that attacker Tobin Heath and midfielder Julie Ertz are both on schedule to recover from their respective injuries in time to play in the Tokyo Olympics. So this is great news. Awesome, I'm so happy for both of them, really. So Tobin Heath suffered an ankle injury with club side Manchester United last January, and this is something that a lot of us knew, and later sustained a knee injury during her recovery. I actually didn't know that part. I didn't know she received a knee injury during her recovery. I thought it was just another, another, accident during a practice or something. But no, if anyone was wondering what that knee injury was, it was when she was recovering. Ertz suffered an MCL sprain in the season opening a 5-0 defeat to the Portland Thorns back on May 16th. Heath is back training with the U.S. ahead of friendlies against Portugal, Jamaica, and Nigeria, but she isn't on the roster in those friendlies. According to Vlatko, he says, Tobin is a little bit ahead of Julie in her progression. She's in camp here and training every day, and she's medically pretty much ready. The only thing now for Tobin is physically we've got to prepare her and build her stamina on the field. So, that makes sense. When athletes are recovering from an injury or are starting to recover, they had to get their endurance back, they had to get their strength back, they have to, I don't want to say they had to start over, but they had to, build that strength, build that stamina, and build that endurance. So that's a good thing. I've always said that Tobin Heath is a very, very strong and tough player. So I feel like that's not going to be a problem for her. And she's also working with the coaches and the other athletic trainers. So yeah, she does have help and support in those areas. Let's see, where was I? Flacco added that the U.S. team, okay. Flacco added the U.S. team medical staff will check in on Ertz in the upcoming days, though he's liked what he sees so far in terms of the player's recovery. So this is in regards to Ertz. We're excited with where she's at right now, Flacco said about Ertz, but we're going to have to be very careful with our approach and make sure she's fully recovered before she plays a game. So, yeah, once again, that makes sense. Hopefully, Julie Ertz will also recover as well. Now we're towards the end of the article. It says that Heat isn't on the roster for Thursday's game, which is today. And she's also not in the friendlies against Jamaica on June 13th or Nigeria. Okay, so this means by the time Flacco names his roster, he will not have seen Tobin Heath play for the U.S. since last November. Flacco said that while the circumstances are less than ideal, and makes us think a little bit, he likes Heath's chances of making the squad. He says, if she's 100%, or if we know that she's going to be close to 100% by the Olympic camp, her chances to make the team are pretty good. So, yeah, it's kind of like I guess you could say it's a waiting game almost to see if Tobin and Julie Ertz are going to recover. It looks like Tobin, by how this sounds, by what he's saying and probably what he's seeing in the camp, because Tobin is at the training camp, it sounds like she's going to make it. She's going to recover in time for the Olympic camp. As for Ertz, they're still keeping an eye on her, which is good because it would be awesome to see if she could, make it in time for that camp. I think the thing that's a little concerning though in regards to Tobin Heath is the fact that she hasn't played on the national team since November. I had no idea it was that long ago. And I guess there could be some questions there, like, yes, she's on the team, yet, like, let's say Tobin does make the team, yes, she gets on the team, but the thing that I think some people may question is if she is fully ready, to actually play in a game. Can she handle it? Can she stack up against the other teams? Is she going to be able to deliver in terms of gameplay and in terms of performance? That's something that's still kind of up in the air. But I think when it comes to Tobin, she's a very strong player. Like, she's tough. And I personally think I would love to see her in the games again. I would love to see her start playing again. And honestly, if there is one player that I think that will make it through, it's probably going to be Tobin. Anyway, I didn't intend for this video to be long. This was just a quick update because I was really happy to see this, or to see or read this article. And like I said, hopefully Tobin does make it to the Olympics because that would be awesome. Anyway, that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. There is a friendly against Portugal tonight, and I am looking forward to that. I plan to do a video where I try to come up with a roster about who's going to the Olympics. I think it was a 22 player or yeah, I think he's bringing 22 or 23 players to the Olympics, and I was going to watch those friendlies and see if I could come up with a roster of who I would, or try to guess who's going to go to the Olympics, but that's going to come after I see those friendlies. Anyway, who do you think, leave a comment below, who do you think is going to go to the Olympics? What is your roster for the Olympics if you had to choose? Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later. Oh yeah, and I also have a Tobin Heath jersey. Don't know if you guys can see that. Later.